Hi, so today we're going to be working through 5 exercises to improve mobility and strength at the knee, especially for running. The first exercise we're going to do is to increase our knee's capacity to rotate, for the tibia to rotate like this. So the first thing we're going to do for tibial external rotation is use our outside hand, grab on the inside of the foot, we lock our leg in like this, and we start pulling at the ankle. If we can feel a stretch on the inside of the knee, we hold it for 2-3 minutes. If we don't, that's fine. We're just going to skip straight into the strengthening part. I'm going to try to pull my toes inwards, but my outside hand is going to block. And I'm going to be trying to pull at about 10-20%. I can feel a contraction on the inside of my knee here. I'm going to squeeze 30%, 40%, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I want to take a deep breath and squeeze 100%. Feel the inside of my knee pulling, holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to be trying to pull our foot deeper into the stretch. Feel the outside of the knee pulling, pulling, pulling. Our toes pointing more towards us. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So for knee internal rotation, we're going to use our inside hand, grab on the outside of the foot like this. Our outside hand is going to lock our thigh and knee into position like this. We're going to pull our knee inwards, so our toes are pointing in towards us, and we should be feeling a stretch on the outside of the knee here. If we don't feel a stretch, that's completely fine. If we feel the stretch, we hold it for 2-3 minutes. After we've done that, we're going to be trying to pull our toes forward and back out this way. Our inside hand is going to be blocking it. 10-20%, 30, 40, 50, 60%. Feel the outside of the knee pulling. Build that up to 70%, 80, 90. Take a deep breath in, greatest, safest effort, and pull out 100%. Hold, hold, squeeze the outside hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we pull with the inside of the knee, trying to pull our toes deeper in. Come on in. Hold, hold, pull in, pull in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Our next exercise is going to be mainly for our adductors, the inside thigh. Some of them cross the knee, some don't. We're going to come into this externally rotated hip position. From here, we're going to lift our foot and knee off the floor, keeping them high, and then we're going to hinge out and bend back in. Keeping that knee high, hinge out, come back in. And we're going to repeat this 8 to 12 times, depending on how strong we are. If it's easy, we lean forward more. If it's too heavy, we lean back a little bit more. But always focusing on keeping that knee high and in the same position. And as you can see, I'm shaking because this is heavy. Slow and controlled. Now we're going to come into some hip flexion lift-offs. We're going to be focusing on squeezing our thigh at the front here. If it's very easy, we can lean forward a bit more to create more difficulties. If it's too heavy, we lean back. We focus on squeezing our quads, and then we're going to lift the foot off the floor. Hold. 3, 2, 1, touch down. Squeeze our quads, lift up, hold, 3, 2, 1. And just like the other exercise, if it's too easy, we come forward. So we barely get off the floor. You can see I'm shaking. And if it's a bit too difficult, we lean back, makes it a little bit easier. Adapt after your own capabilities. So for our next exercise, we're going to be working our hamstrings in a shortened position. You might cramp a bit, but just try to breathe through it as much as possible. We're going to come into this lunge position here. We don't want to be sinking forward too much. We want to be in this upright stack position, coming forward just slightly. And from here, we're going to try to pull our heel as high as we can to our glutes, sink back down. Pull our heel to our glutes as high as possible, sink back down. Try not to come forward and back or arch back too much. Try to maintain tightness through your core. Heel comes up, squeeze the hamstrings, feel that cramp sensation, come down. Our last exercise of the day are going to be knee cars, which stand for controlled articular rotations, which means that we're going to be bringing our knee through its greatest range of motion actively. To begin with, on the outside of the knee, you're going to be feeling one big tendon here. So I want us to grab onto that. And on the inside of the knee, we're going to be feeling two bigger tendons. So grab onto those. From here, when we did our knee rotation work, we should be able to feel them contract. Now, from here, I want us to bring our heel in and toes out, externally rotating that tibia, bringing that knee in as much as we possibly can. From here, rotate in, our toes come in, heel comes out, and then we straighten out that knee as much as we possibly can. From here, rotate the tibia out, toes come out, heel comes in, and then we pull deep as much as we can into flexion. Toes come in, heels come out, internal rotation, extend, externally rotate, flex in, there. So that concludes our 5 exercises for the knee. You can either do those as part of your warm-up, or you can do more sets of those for your training if you really want to improve your performance. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.